What's up, NBA fans? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy right here, JB, host of the Behind the Bench podcast network and channel. Just want to give a shout out to the rest of the crew. I'm talking about Shad, Kelvin, and Jermaine. And for everyone who's tuning in, I hope that you support Behind the Bench, become a subscriber, and help make this show the best that it can be. Now let's talk some NBA. NBA preseason last night. There was a game I was looking forward to checking out. Between the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns, where Denver prevailed by the final score of 115-107. Now, Phoenix played without Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. But nonetheless, it's always good to see, particularly the rookies and young players that the team is bringing in to kind of scout them and peep their game. And I know Denver, over the offseason, they lost Bruce Brown, who signed with the Indiana Pacers, and Jeff Green, I believe, signed with the Houston Rockets. But in all actuality, they kept Reggie Jackson, who I believe will probably take over Bruce Brown's role on the team. And they still have DeAndre Jordan, who can back up Nikola Jokic when he needs a rest during the game. But surprisingly, I believe Denver may have grown stronger as a unit because of the rookies that they've drafted this offseason. And as I, contend, and I will always believe, the most fundamental aspect of team building or reinforcement to build upon what you already have is through the draft. Free agency should always be primarily used to fill a void per se. And then, of course, when a key trade is appropriate, but your foundational source is always going to be through the draft. And a rookie I want to talk about who really contributed to Denver's victory is Julian Strawther. Julian Strawther, he scored 20 points last night coming off the bench. And they have two other rookies, too, I believe, Hunter Tyson and Jalen Pickett. So they brought in three rookies. And as I keep saying, man, and I know I talk about this a lot. This super team era has really steered a lot of franchises the wrong way and trying to go for broke and throw all their chips in the middle of the table. And the formula is proven to be short-term in view. And you don't get the results that you're really looking for. And you're going to lose more than you win. You're going to lose more than you win. Look who's been winning the championships the last couple of years. You have the Denver Nuggets, the reigning NBA champions, who started from scratch with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray and then Michael Porter, right? And then Golden State retooled with drafting young talents such as Jordan Poole at the time and then Jonathan Kuminga, people like that, Moses Moody. And they made a key trade in bringing in although he was like a 7-year veteran, but nonetheless, he was still young. Andrew Wiggins. And he helped them win a championship in 2022. And, of course, the Milwaukee Bucks, who've been building around Giannis Antetokounmpo for the past 7 seasons before they broke through and won it all. And Toronto Raptors, the way they built their team up, they was only a superstar away from winning the championship, and they did it in 2019 after trading for Kawhi Leonard, who played there for that one season. But getting back to these rookies for Denver. See, when you win, you know exactly who you need to bring in, especially through the draft, because you're going to bring in players who can acclimate to your system. You see, so the players will fit in like a glove. It's like they're interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? That's why the San Antonio Spurs have been so successful for so long, for over 20 years. During the Tim Duncan era. Bringing in a Tony Parker and a Manu Ginobili. And that was their big, I don't want to say big three, but that was their best three players. And then later on down the line, you bring in a Danny Green and, of course, a Kawhi Leonard. You just keep on rolling. You keep on rolling. But the Denver Nuggets may have solidified their roster even more so because now when you bring in a rookie, to me, in your mind, you're looking for that player to play for you for X number of years, at least up to 4 years. But a free agent can come and go. especially under this current climate where a lot of free agents are signing at max, 2-year deals on average. You know what I'm saying? But, I believe in the Denver Nuggets as a championship team. I believe they have the ability to repeat, but I'm not going to say they are because they still have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But, they are the defending champions, and they may have improved their roster through the draft with these rookies they brought in. And like I said, Julian Strother, he scored 20 points last night. So it stands to figure he would be, a major part of their rotation, when the season starts. And then they already have Christian Braun, who was their rookie last year, who gave them great minutes, particularly in those finals versus Miami, where he played huge. And I believe that was in game 3, where in that fourth quarter, he scored like 10 points, and he was a deciding factor. That's when Nikola Jokic got in foul trouble in that game. Yep, Nikola Jokic got in foul trouble. Braun came in, man. He kept the ship afloat, and then he went on and took that 2-1 lead in the finals. But like I said, man, now young talent is the rave. A couple years ago, in the grand scheme of things, young players were deemed as expendable. But as organizations are starting to find out after really, critiquing what teams are doing who are going for broke, trying to, acclimate a win now structure, they're better off just building. They're better off because there's 30 teams in the league, particularly in the Western Conference. The conference is getting more competitive and deeper by the year. You're better off building. You're better off building. And like I said, Denver, man, with a healthy Jamal Murray, it stands to reason they will finish with a better regular season record than they did this year. Because I don't think he was 100%. And he helped lead them to a championship. So, but kudos to the Denver Nuggets, man. The real teams are winning out in the long run. And they just stand out more. And they have an identity. They have an identity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key to success long term. So I just want to drop that real quick. Until next time, this is JB for BTB Behind the Bench.